Hey guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about Lab 3 since it's a little bit complicated. So, let me just SSH into the Pi. Alright, so last time we made lab3.s and we read in a string and then printed it. So there wasn't much to that part. You can see it right here, the first chunk of code here. This read in the input, printed a message, which I defined as you entered, and then it printed the input again. So I wanted to make this clear so we can symbol and link that. Okay, and then you need to get really comfortable using DDD because it's how you're going to debug all your labs from now on. So we'll pull that up. Okay, I'm going to set a breakpoint here and run. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our registers. Okay, now I'm stepping. Okay, I can't step anymore because it's waiting for me to type something in. So I'm going to type in hello world. Okay, now I'm stepping again. Watch when it hits SWI 0. Down here we get something print. I can minimize this. See, you got the string you entered printed right here. And then we keep stepping. When I hit the second SWI 0, my string prints hello world. Okay. So what we really want to do is look at our string in memory. So I just made a pointer. I put the address of input into R1. Okay, so I'm going to examine 20, change this to char, and R1 is 131312. See that? And I display, close that for now, and I have my HELLOWORLD exclamation point there. Okay, so I would always start by dumping the memory here just like I did, and keep that in mind while you're doing this lab because we're going to scan through the string and look at all the different characters. So my next command is ldrb the contents of R1 into R2. So if you see R2 right now is 14, I want to take the contents at R1, which is 0x200F0. That's this memory location right here where this capital H is. So I would expect R2 to become 72 in decimal. And that's exactly what happens, 72 in decimal, 48 in hex. Okay. So the next part is the comparison. The way we do this lab is I'm comparing that value that's now in R2, which is my H, to the values in the ASCII table, which I'll explain when we get to the lab. But I think the important part here is that you know how to dump the memory and you realize that R1 is a pointer. So let me close this and show you something else. Okay, let's say here I loaded my H and then I wanted to load the next thing. So let me add 1 to R1. Okay, so I'm adding to R1, I'm adding 1 and storing it in R1. And then I'm going to do this exact same thing again. Okay. Now, what do we expect to happen? R1 is now going to be pointing not at the capital H, but at the E that I typed in. Okay, so we should see R2 become E. I need a symbol, link this again, DDD. So So don't attempt to type in all the code and then debug it. You have to debug as you go along. It'll save you a lot of headache. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the breakpoint all the way down here. When I run it, it's going to hang up when it's asking me for a string, so it's not going to actually run down to here. I have to type in my string. Hit enter. Okay, let's look at our registers. Step by one time to make sure R1 is indeed that address. I want to look at my memory 20. I like doing char just because you can visualize it better, but you can also do hex. And we are looking at 131312 again. Display. All right. So now, if I step by, I'm going to get my H again, right? Okay. My code didn't show up here. You see that? I forgot to compile. I forgot to save this. Classic mistake. I still make it to this day, so don't worry if you do it. All right, scroll down. Now we got that new code there. Set the breakpoint. Run it. World. Okay, let's look at our registers. Dump that memory again. 20 char bytes from 131. Oh, display that just so you can visualize it. Okay, now we're going to step by. See how I get my 48, which is 72. That's there. Now I'm going to add 1 to R1, and it becomes 200F9. So when you look at this, you see 200F8. That tells you the furthest spot to the left is that number. So this goes 200F9, 200FA, FB, FC, FD, FE, FF, and then down here we switch to 100, right? 20100. Counting in hex is kind of hard, but 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20108 right here. Okay, so now what happens when we load this new contents, we're going to 200F9, which is here. We should see that 101, which is lowercase e, go into R2. And we do. There's the 101, it's 65 in hex. Okay, so that's all the pointer is doing, is the pointer is going to walk along this string, grab the contents, and then do the comparison. Okay, I'll talk more about the details of the comparison in lab and maybe make a video on it if I have time. Cool. So I hope that answers some questions, and let me know if anything's not clear.